All right, hi guys. Welcome back to our May week 4. Happy holidays, by the way. All right. Hi, Arun. How are you? So everyone is here. I see. Just a moment, guys. I can't seem to connect to my screen. Just a moment. I think the internet is not very okay. The Wi-Fi is not cooperating. Just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Uh, your shirt so small. Is it? Is it? Does it look very small? Okay, maybe it does. Sorry, I have no new shirt. Hang on, guys. This thing is really annoying. I have all the sleeves. This is the shirt the only shirt I have that I can manage. Right. So, hi Rui, how are you? Hang on, guys. Right. So, so sorry, my internet is not really working. Just a moment. Can you guys see my screen? Not really, isn't it? Not really, isn't it? Oh my God. I have to struggle with this stupid shit every week. You know what, guys? Let me switch to my hotspot. Maybe it'll be better. Hi, Rui. How are you? How's your holiday? Mm, okay, it should connect by now. Okay, y'all see my screen? Y'all can see my screen? A lot of homework haven't touched yet. Hey, that's what happened to me too last time. Good. Uh, this is my principle, Last minute work is quality work. It is procrastination is my strong suit, and I never learn from it. Right? Every time I tell myself, you know what, I shall not procrastinate next time, and the vicious cycle repeats. All right. I'm a I'm a little of a professional procrastinator myself, so I know. Right? So guys, today, we are coming back for the same thing, right? Yes, I know you should be sick of this thing already. Sir, are we learning this again? Yes, we are. Right? You remember what is this? Remember last week I said who will take whose wife away? The better looking one will take the ugly one's wife away. Do you remember? Okay, our kalau nak kahwin mesti ada zakah fantastic supaya perkahwinan cun dan aman. Remember this? And do you know who is CH? Do you remember this? Do you remember this? So CH has a zakah in the middle. Can understand? Do you remember this, guys? Do you remember this? Hey guys, I would appreciate it if you be more participative, be a bit more, how should I say it? Be a bit more proactive, because I realized during this week, because of the holiday mostly, everyone is just kind of chilling, not replying because they say they are tired. Okay, y'all okay? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Like last week, I said zinc oxide and carbon. Who is better looking? Carbon is better looking than zinc. So oxygen will follow carbon away. Zinc is now left alone. Zinc got dumped by oxygen because oxygen followed the better looking guy away. Remember, huh? Remember this, huh? Oi, guys, can you at least type okay in the chat to let me know that you're really okay? Yes, good. Thank you. Right? You forgot. Don't make me slap you. Right. Hi, Kelun. How are you? Hey, Chining. How are you? You okay? You okay? Tired. You see, this is the magical thing. You are in holiday, but you are somehow more tired than normal school days. What gives? Everyone is like that this week, right? It's like me trying to talk to a wall, right? At least a wall gives me echo. A wall replies me. This is even worse, right? So you guys remember this? You guys remember this? Because today, oh, just now got physical class, Where? Where's the physical class? So we are learning this again, today. We are doing this again, We are using this good-looking chart again, Oh, TTC, What subject you attend physical? What subject? Why you jumbo physical and online one? Oh, math and geo, Huh? I thought math, geo, and science is together one. Is it not? Is it not? Today teacher gone. You mean teacher Honey gone, What? You mean teacher Honey is gone, Where is he? I thought he was gone 2 weeks ago. Okay, okay. Oh, he absent today. I see. So you saw teacher Gabby, and who's Joe there? Who's Joe there? Math geoscience. Oh, okay, okay. Math geoscience. Oh, okay, okay. Who's Joe there? Is it teacher Shunui? Is it teacher Shunui? Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Anyway, so guys, this is the thing we are using today, We are using today, Again, kalau nak kahwin mesti ada zakah fantastic supaya perkahwinan cun nak aman. Right? And you remember Tsinghua is here, Ah, okay, I see. Okay, so Tsinghua is here, Right, so why are we using this today again? Because we are doing industry today. Okay, we are doing industry today. Okay, guys, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Which metal here is the most used metal in the world? Which metal here do we use the most? Yes, Minecraft. Yes, we are talking about Minecraft today. Which metal here is the metal we use the most? Yes, it's iron. Wow, how do you guys know? How do you guys know? Right? You know why? Because iron is used to make steel. And steel is everywhere. Cost very cheap, exactly. Your buildings are made from steel. Do you know how a building's made? Do you know how a building's made? Buildings are made using your rebar. You know what is a rebar? A rebar are these steel, rods, and we pour cement over it. This is how you get reinforced concrete. Right? My engineering, I learned this shit, right? So steel is the most used. Your car is made from steel. Oh, your father worked at steel factory. What is he working as? Is he an engineer there? Wow, interesting. So I'm sure your father has heard of this. Oh, manager, I see. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so this is your iron. Iron is the most used. Okay, I have another question. When you get iron from the ground, do you get pure iron? Do you get like pure 100% iron, like pure iron just appear from the ground? No, right? No, right? So when you get iron from the ground, it appear as iron ore. Remember our first week learning this? Iron ore. What is iron ore? Yes, it's mixed with oxygen. Very good. Right? So when you get iron from the ground, you get it in the form of iron oxide. This is why we call it ore. Remember, they are in a compound form. They are not pure. They are not pure. So what are we learning today? How do we get rid of the oxygen and get pure iron? Can I, guys? Can I? Can I? This is what we are doing today. How do we purify? How do we extract iron? Okay, how do we extract iron? Right, guys? Guys, let me just say this. Everything you get from the ground, they already mix with oxygen. You see, you have potassium oxide, sodium oxide, calcium oxide, magnesium oxide, aluminum oxide, zinc oxide, iron oxide, tin oxide, lead oxide, copper oxide. They are all in the oxide form, right? That means all of these metals, they need to be extracted, right? Last week's one, this was last week. We are not using new notes yet. Okay, so this one is everything needs to be extracted. Don't have for June. Yeah, really? Don't have for June? Okay, this is May notes though. Okay, so you need to extract, You need to extract these things. Okay, so guys, how can we extract things? How can we extract the metal from the ore? How do we do that? Hello, Aina. Good evening. Selamat petang. Okay, heat it, melt it. Okay, so you see, last week we learned, right? The better looking one will take the ugly one wives away, right? So how do we do it? How do we do it? Okay, you see, the most logical thing to do is to use potassium, because potassium is the best looking, right? Is to use potassium and take all their wives away. Correct? Correct? If I use potassium, if I use potassium, I can take sodium's wife away, I get pure sodium. I can take calcium's wife away, magnesium's wife away, aluminium's wife away, zinc's, iron, tin, lead, copper. I can take all their wives away, and this is how I get pure metal. Right? Right? This is the best way, right? Do we do this? Do we do this? Do we use potassium to extract, to extractkan all these metals away? No, we don't. You know why? You know why? Because potassium is very expensive. Okay? You see, when it comes to industry, industry is a business. So what is the most important thing about a business? Let's say you're a businessman. You want to open a business. What is the main thing about business? It's money, yes. Yes, it's to make money. So would you use cheap raw material, or would you use expensive raw material? You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Okay, say for example, guys, what is the most successful sportswear brand in the world? What is the most successful sportswear brand in the world? You see this brand, you know it's everywhere. Every sports shoe or shirt or sports equipment are made from this thing. Okay? Keno is not even close. That one is only for badminton. Okay, so the most successful brand, yes, it's Nike. It's Nike, right? Okay, so case in point, do you know how much for Nike to make a pair of sports shoes? Okay, let me ask you something. Do you have a pair of sports shoes? Hello, Isaac. Wow, we have so many people today. How do you have a pair of Nike sports shoes? And how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Ah, it's okay. Ah, we got so cheap, 200 plus We got so cheap. The one is offer item, is it? Okay, like real full price item. If the without discount one, real full price item, how much is it? Yes, 400 plus, right? 4 to 500 plus. If you get a Jordan one is at least like 700. Retail price, Retail price, Okay, do you know how much for... Nah, 700 is the not so hyped up one. Talking about Jordan High, Jordan High, because I collect shoes, I know. Right? So, do you know how much for Nike to make a pair of shoes? The cost for Nike to make a pair of Jordan 1, it's $15. 15 US dollars. And how much is that in ringgit? How much is that in ringgit? You times 4.6. I think the exchange rate now is 4.6. So that's roughly around 70 to 80 bucks. Right? So for Nike to make a pair of shoes, it's like 70 to 80 bucks. But they sell it to you for 5, 6, 700 bucks. So that's like 7, 8 times the profit. Right? So this is what business is about. Right. So guys, who is the cheapest here? Who is the cheapest here? We can't use potassium to extract these things because potassium is really expensive. Yes, the cheapest is carbon. Guys, do you know what is carbon? Carbon is your Coke. Not Coca-Cola Coke. Coke as in Coke fuel. Have you seen this thing before? They sort of look like coal. They sort of look like coal. Do you think this thing is cheap? Is this thing cheap? Very cheap. Very cheap. Dirt cheap. Like literally, this is dirt. Right? This is dirt cheap. So we would use carbon to extract all the iron, all the metals. So you see, carbon is better looking than all these, right? That means if you have zinc oxide, I can use carbon to take the oxygen away. If I have iron oxide, I can use carbon to take the oxygen away, rampas the wife away. If tin oxide, same thing, I can rampas the wife using carbon. Lead, same thing. Copper, same thing. You understand this? You understand this? That means everything bottom here, every oxide here, every ore here can be extracted using carbon. Cannot. Cannot. All these can be extracted using carbon. So I have a question here. I have a question here. What about these five? What about these five? What about potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium? Can I use carbon to rampas their wife away? No. Why? Because they are more, how do we say good looking? How do we say good looking? They are more, not active, they are more close. They are more reactive. Yes, they are all more reactive, more good looking than carbon. Remember this? Remember this? So you might say, then sir, how? These five, how? Okay, these five we will use a very special method called electrolysis. Okay, electrolysis. Have you heard of this word before? You actually learned this in Form 2. Electrolysis of water. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, right? These five we will extract using electrolysis. That's all. But sir, how? You can learn it in Form 4. Yes, the box sound thing, yes. Right? You can learn this thing in Form 4. Right? This thing will be a killer chapter in chemistry. Right? The one is, I leave it to you to Form 4 to study already. But our concern here is carbon. Right? Carbon can extract all these, but doesn't matter, you see. Iron is the most abundant metal, isn't it? This is the metal we use the most, isn't it? We can just use a very cheap thing to extract this. Right? That means, this is last week's stuff. That means if I correct iron from the ground, I correct iron from the ground, the thing is iron oxide, right? Besi oxida. So when I add carbon to it, because carbon is better looking, isn't it? Carbon is more lengthai, isn't it? More kacha, isn't it? So this oxygen will be rampas by carbon. So now you get iron plus carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide will fly away. Now you have pure iron. You successfully turn iron oxide into iron. The wife kena rampas already. Okay, the wife kena rampas already. What is the word we use to describe when the wife kena rampas? Do you still remember? Do you still remember? The rampas wife process is called what? Anyone? The rampas wife process is called? No, it's not diffusion. It's called? It's called reduction. Penurunan. I reduce I reduce iron oxide to iron. Menurunkan besi oksida kepada besi. I successfully turunkan this thing. Cannot. Cannot. So everyone here can be reduced by carbon, can be turunkan by carbon. All their wives can be taken away by carbon. Okay. Hi, Mujun, how are you? Right, you guys okay? You guys okay? So anyone lower than carbon, we can use reduction. Okay, penurunan. Anyone higher than carbon, we have no choice but to use electrolysis because they are too good looking. Did you miss anything important? Yes, you did. Get replay from me later. Okay, because it's too long for me to repeat. Right? So you guys okay? You guys cool? You guys cool? Okay, let's go to Minecraft, shall we? How do you turn iron ore into iron? How do you turn iron ore into iron? Yes, you use a furnace. Correct? You use a furnace. Exactly this thing. Exactly this thing. So how do you purify your iron ore? You would use something called a blast furnace. Okay, in BM we call it relau bagas. Okay, relau bagas. This is your furnace. Right? Because every student tell me, why normal furnace cannot? Because this is much bigger. Okay, because we are doing industry now. We are doing industry now. Okay, many people say, oh, sir, furnace, this one in my Minecraft home, I have like 3. Can you put 3 of this in your home? Guys, this is 16 stories high. Right? Do you live in a palace? No, you don't. Right? You can't put this at home. Ain't there from the COD, man. I don't know you play COD. That's one of the most toxic games, isn't it? Right? So this is your blast furnace. Guys, this thing is really hot. Like crazy hot. Because to melt iron, it will take you 2,500 degrees Celsius. Right? Almost the temperature of lava. Like really stupid hot. Okay, so guys, this is what we are doing now. Okay, let me ask you, if I want to extract iron ore, won't it? Yes, that's the point of melting it. That's the point of we want to melt the iron. Right, guys? To extract iron, what do you need? What are the 2 raw ingredients you need? Raw ingredient. Bahan mentah. What do you need? First, what do you need? Who is the main guy? Guys, who is the main guy? Who is the main guy? Oi, answer me, oi. Yes, iron ore. Thank you. Okay, so iron ore is our main guy. You can say iron ore or iron oxide. This is the main guy. And what do we use to rampas the oxygen away? What do we use to rampas oxygen away? We use coke. Coke is carbon lah. Okay, coke is carbon. It's the same thing. So technically speaking, guys, these are the 2 things you need, isn't it? These are the 2 things you need, isn't it? Coke, as in, I just said what? Coke fuel. Coke fuel. Coke fuel. Something like charcoal. Coke fuel. You know what is this called in BM? You know what is this called in BM? They translate this as coke. Best translation ever. Right? So coke, coke. I can't take this seriously. Okay. Anyway, so you need these 2 things. You need these 2 things. You need iron ore and you need carbon, right? Because carbon will take the oxygen away. Now you have pure iron. Isn't it? Isn't it? You need these 2, right? But I knew it lah. Yeah, it's a bit sus, isn't it? Okay, now we add another thing. Number 3, we add something called limestone. We add something called limestone. Guys, do you remember what is limestone? Batu kapur? Do you remember what is limestone? Like I said, when you go to Ipoh, those mountains are limestone. Batu cave is limestone, right? Why add limestone, guys? Why add limestone? You don't need this. You don't need limestone, but we add it because we want to make something called slag. Okay, sanga in VM. Slag. Why do we want slag, guys? Why do we want slag? Slag is the raw material to make cement. Okay, to make cement, right? You might say, sir, I am making iron now. Why are we making cement here? Because you see, when you are selling iron, usually you sell cement too. Because both you need for construction one, right? So might as well I do it together. Because you see, to make slag, you will need to heat limestone into 2000 degrees. Since we are already doing it here, might as well we do it together. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Okay, it's like you're cooking rice, right? You know what is a rice cooker? You're cooking rice, right? And then you feel like eating pao. You know pao? You know pao? You feel like eating pao, So what do? You take the pao, you put inside the rice cooker, you steam it together. You do it one shot. Can Sometimes I do that one, right? Because when you cook rice, and then up there there's a tray, There's like a tray, There's like a tray. So I feel like eating pao. I just put 2 pao there, lah. I borrow the steam from the rice cooker to cook my pao. I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because business is about saving money, what? If I can do it together, why not? Why not? You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Let's say you have a very big pot. You have a very big pot. Your wok is very big. You are frying some sausage. You're frying some sausage, and then you feel like, I feel like eating some eggs. So what do? You crack your egg at the side of the pot. One shot, one quali, you cook 2 things. Okay? What kind of rice cooker? Mine is a Mr. DIY one. You go buy Mr. DIY rice cooker, on top there's a tray one. Best thing ever. You can steam things on it also. You can steam lo mai gai with it. You know what is lo mai gai? So together one shot you do lah. So it's the same, guys. It's the same concept here. It's the same concept here. This is the main thing. Limestone is to tumpang. This guy is here to tumpang. You know it's tumpang, right? You know it's tumpang, right? So this fella is to tumpang these two, to tumpang the heat, to tumpang the harbor. One shot one shot might as well I do, right? So this thing is to make sanga, slag is to make cement. Okay, Okay, so all these are pointless thing. What I want you to focus is here. You see, iron oxide plus carbon, you get iron and carbon dioxide. This is what we wrote up there, isn't it? Just now, isn't it? There. Iron oxide plus carbon, you get iron and carbon dioxide. Same thing here. Can you see? Same thing here. But sir, why got iron digger and iron doer one? Don't care. This is not your job. Not your job. You just need one. That's all you need. Okay. Then there's one more. Carbon monoxide. If you want, you can memorize this too. This one down there not important one because it's two. Sir, what is carbon monoxide? It's the same thing as carbon. Their job is to rampas the wife away. Now you get pure iron. This is what we want. This is what we want. We want iron. We want Bercy. Okay? If not important, why God? I don't know. Because these 2 and 3, is to learn in chemistry one. Is to learn in chemistry one. Follow me, you won't be wrong one. Okay, you follow me, you won't be wrong. I won't bring you to that dead end one. Right? So the most important is this. Okay, this is like an extra. If you want, you know, you add a monoxide behind law. It's the same. Right? That's all. That's all. That's all. So at the bottom, you will get 2 things. The top layer is the slag, the sanga. Can you see it looks dirty? Slag is like the rubbish of this furnace. And then at the bottom, this is what we want. This is what we call molten iron. Okay, leburan besi. This thing is like red hot, melted iron. Okay, have you seen this? Melted iron. Something like this. So what do? They will pour it to a mold. You know it's mold, achuan. They will pour it into an achuan, and then it's like making kueh lah. It's the same as making kueh. You pour into achuan, you cool it down, and then what do you get? You get something called iron ingot. There. Metal is many types of metal, can learn. Iron is a type of metal, right? There, ingat lah. This is what we want, right? This one you can sell it to someone, okay? Understand? This is pure iron. This is pure iron. Okay, you see Minecraft, that's why you see Minecraft makes a lot of sense because what you did in Minecraft is the exact same in the real world. Right? Right? So I really have to thank Minecraft lah. Because last time when I taught this chapter, everyone was like, sir, what is this? I don't care. And then now everyone was like, oh, Minecraft. Okay. If they want to use it in other stuff, do you melt again? Yeah, you do. You do. Maybe you want to make it into stainless steel, you want to make it into carbon steel, high strength steel. You have many, many types of steel. Okay. Steel in BM is called galuli. You know it's galuli, right? You have galuli carbon, galuli berkuasa tinggi, you have galuli tanpa karat, which is stainless steel lah. Okay, you guys cool? You guys cool? This is just industry, This is just industry. It's the same as what we learned last week, the rampas wife process. We use carbon to rampas iron's wife. Same thing as what you learned last week. We use carbon to rampas zinc's wife. Same thing. Right? Guys, this thing, this chart, this ranking system, this susunan, I have already repeated for 4 times. Right? The first week when we learned the intro here, I kind of talk a little bit about this, just a little. And then second week is when we go through, when we really go into this. Last week, third week was when we go through this and we put CH in. And then this week we are doing it again. You have been listening to this shit for 4 weeks. Right? If these 4 weeks of lesson, you still don't understand this, right? Okay, you want to memorize or not? If you say, sir, I haven't memorized, okay, fine, go and memorize. But if until now you still don't understand, you still tak paham, I am sorry, you might be retarded. Seriously, right? How can you listen to something for 4 times and still you don't understand? This is not rocket science, lah. Or there's another possibility. There's another possibility. You're not paying attention. So are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? I am definitely guilt tripping you. Right? You're paying attention? You don't pay attention, you sure don't understand one. So are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Siapa makan cili dia lah rasa pedas. Kan? Okay? You see, I won't scold you. I'm just going to guilt trip you. Those who not pay attention, you want to waste your parents' money like that? You want to waste my effort like that? Come to my class. Let me explain these things to you for 4 times already. You still not understand? You tak malu ke? Tak segan ke? Hey, you guys okay? Hey, you guys okay? Are you guys with me? Are you guys still with me? Yes, Yes, Boleh ya? Boleh lah. Okay, so easy, isn't it? Hi, Aina, how are you? Shijian, are you there? Shijian, are you there? Ariana, are you okay? Ariana, are you okay? You're fine. Okay, good. Okay, you are here. Okay, very much good. Okay, good. Sarisha, are you okay? Is your internet okay? Hey, you see, next week, next year, run out of storage. Okay. Next year, if you go to physics, right? Let's say you go pure science lah. Physics. Let's. It depends on whose class you attend lah. If next year you attend Jung Hao's class, okay, our TDC has a very famous tutor called Jung Hao. Okay, he's very good in physics. He will sound you in class one, as in he will benar-benar marahkan you one, in front of everyone. You know how many students have he made to cry in front of class? You see, I'm like I very peramah already. I very pemurah already. I'm not scolding anyone. So appreciate me, right? Okay, anyway, so this one, mining issue, this is common sense lah. Okay, this is pelombongan. I think you learned this in geography already. What is the kesan negatif pelombongan? So you have pollution lah, okay, pollution, pencemaran udara, pencemaran air, pencemaran bunyi, menggunakan elektrik yang banyak. Okay, soil erosion, hakisan tanah, destruction of habitat, pemusnahan habitat. Yeah. As in he will, if you don't pay attention in his class and you really piss him off, he will scold you out of the class and he will force you to drop. He will force you to drop. Right? So you see, I don't do this thing one. I very parama one. You see my face, you also know I'm very parama. Okay. Yeah, he will ask you to sign the drop form in front of him. And you drop his subject. Freaking brutal, man. Freaking brutal. I've seen it countless of times. Right? I mean, I understand lah. Like you are in Form 4 now, you're like half the adult already, but you still behave like budak-budak. Of course lah, he will scold you lah. But you go his class, you will learn a lot of stuff though. He will guarantee you get an A in physics. I see, that's the charm. That's the charm. Right? Anyway, hey, that's it for our chapter 4, huh? That's it for our chapter 4, huh? We are doing exercise now, huh? Right? Guys, let's go to page 17, question 11. Soalan ke-11. Okay, you guys ready to write? You guys ready to write? Hey, how's your holiday, by the way? Did any of you do anything meaningful? Anything productive? Homework, maybe? I think preparing for exam. Okay. You got married twice. Okay, cool. Wow, so sleeping counts? No. Of course no. Hey, oh, play roller skate, that's cool. Okay, many students, they told me, sir, I got holiday, but I got so much homework. This is like a trade-off lah. You get something, you lose something lah. Takkan you get the holiday for free, right? There's nothing free in the world, right? To get the holiday, you need something in exchange. So they give you homework lah. And then do before if your teacher allows you to lah. 13 hours yesterday. Shijian, you need to get a life. Right, so 11. Diagram below shows an extraction of iron in a blast furnace. Okay, so this is what we learned just now. Right, what are the substances added in P? What do you add here? Holiday is supposed to let people rest. So many complaints. Okay, so what are the three things you add? What are the three things you add? Yes, iron ore, or you can say iron oxide, BJ besi or besi oxida. What else? Yes, coke and limestone. Okay, cork dan batu kapur. Can? So B, state the use of each substance. What is iron ore for? What is iron ore for? I add iron ore for what? Why do I put BJ besi? Why do I put besi oxida? To do what? Hey, this is our main character, isn't it? This is our main character, isn't it? Right? Yes, to produce pure iron. Or you can say it contains iron. I would accept too. Contains iron. Mengandungi besi. Right? Or to produce iron. Yes, produce iron can. Right? Next, what about cork? What is cork for? Damn, it sounds wrong saying it like that. What is cork for? What is coke for? It is carbon, isn't it? What is carbon's job? What is carbon's job? Is to take out oxygen, to rampas the oxygen, isn't it? We say to reduce iron oxide. Right? Easy one. I mean, you want to say to react with iron oxide to get the oxygen away? Can, but your answer will be very long. Why not just write reduction? to reduce iron oxide, untuk menurunkan besi oksida. Okay, to menurunkan the thing. Menurunkan besi oksida. Okay, can What about limestone? Your batu kapur is for what? Yes, to produce slag. Untuk menghasilkan sanga. Don't write cement. Only if they ask you what is slag for, only you say cement. Okay? Can? Boleh? Boleh? It's slag stone. Slag looks like okay, slag looks like this. Wow, this is my engineering stuff. This is your slag. There, this thing, something like a stone. When you mix it with calcium, and you will get cement. Ugh, disgusting, this thing. As in, my engineering, I learned all this. We have to learn about the aggregate too. How do you make cement? How do you make concrete? What is the ratio of mixing? How long does it take to dry? Meluatkan, right? Absolutely hate engineering, right? So C, write the word equation. So who is here? Cement always sound wrong to you. That is semen. Semen and cement is different, Kelun. You pancut semen. You don't pancut cement. If you pancut cement, you need to go doctor already. Okay, so iron oxide, thank you. Okay, besi oksida. Can I'm writing 2 here lah. So you can write the same answer for 1. Okay, then carbon and carbon monoxide will rampas the wife away. So what do you get here? What do you get here? The wife gonna rampas already, right? So what is left? What is left? Yes, iron, besi. And what is here? What is here? You get, yes, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide. This one will fly away. Okay. Hey guys, have you realized something? Do you know what is carbon dioxide? What will carbon dioxide do to the environment? Let me ask you this. What will carbon dioxide do to the environment? What pollution exactly? Yes, greenhouse effect. Exactly. This is why to produce iron and cement, this process is actually very bad for the environment. Oh, interesting fact. 20% of cement, 20% of carbon dioxide comes from production of iron and cement. This thing contributes to 20% of our greenhouse gas. 20% of our kesan rumah hijau comes from here. So what should we do? We should stop building. Okay, doesn't make sense, right? How can you stop people from building things, right? So yeah, the more buildings you build, the more you are breaking this environment. Just grow plants. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So D, name the substance that is tapped off from the blast furnace. Okay, what is here? What is R? What is the dirty one? Why are you going blind? Because you spend too much time on the phone, is it? Yes, slag, sanga. You've been sick for 2 days. Okay, get well soon. Okay, what about S? What about S? Yes, this is your molten, not metal, molten iron. Because we're using iron. This is leburan besi. Okay, leburan besi. Molten iron. So E, carbon is used to extract iron and tin from their ore. Can carbon be used to extract aluminium? Can we use the same method here to extract aluminium? Yes, no. Why yes, why no? Can we use carbon to extract aluminium? Can we? Aluminium oxide. Can we use this to rampas this? Cannot. Yes, okay, Kajun, you're correct. So the answer is no, because Aluminium is more good looking, lebih kaca than carbon. So what method should we use? If we cannot use carbon, how can we break them apart? How can we tear aluminium and oxygen away? Yes, we use electrolysis. You learned this in Form 2 actually, if you remember. Electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water. Alright, so yeah, I think there's 3 marks there already. Okay, electrolysis. Oh, you hate this next year. You will hate this next year. If you go chemistry lah. If you go chemistry lah. Don't go chemistry lah, guys. Don't go pure science lah. Hey, if next year you take accounts and economy and take science, oh, you will still see me. Isn't it great news? I add so much fun to your life, isn't it? You will still see me. Okay. Right, so F, this one, we ignore. What I teaching? I'm only teaching science. Chem memang best. Oh, Tarun, you really love chem. I agree too. Okay, chem is my favorite subject. Okay, sub-science is not pure science. I think sub-science is just chem and physics. Chem and physics, right? Pure science means you have bio. Pure science means you have bio. If you don't take pure science, your parents kill you. So Asian. So Asian. Right? You see, Asian parents always want their kids to go pure science one because you can show off to your cousin. Right? When your parents tell your cousin their muka berseri one, right? Their face will glow. My son takes pure science. Wow, you see? You see? Wow. You walk also got wind. Right? Guys, if you go pure science or if you go pure science or like I said lah, if you go pure science and you suck at it, every subject you get 10 marks or you're still stupid, okay? It doesn't automatically mean smart. Right? Exactly. Okay. You know what? You know Asians are, you know what are we good at? Falling. You know what falling we are really good at? You know what falling we are really good at, as in falling berjatuh. You know what falling we are really good at? Falling short of our parents' expectation. Oof. Right. So 13. But need a math and science. Need A. I mean, of course lah. Of course lah. That will make sense, right? Okay, so let's look at 13. 13. This is page 19. Okay, guys, this is a K-bar question. Assume that a new element named rhenium was recently discovered. Oh, sir, what is rhenium? This is just a fictional element. Okay, if rhenium doesn't sound cool to you, you change it to vibranium. Wow, now it sounds so cool, isn't it? You know it's vibranium? You know it's vibranium? The Black Panther suit is made from vibranium lah. Wakanda is built on vibranium. You know this? Captain America shield is made from vibranium. Go watch Marvel lah. Okay? Yes, vibranium. Vibrating titanium. That sounds so wrong. Okay, so was recently discovered by scientists. Pure rhenium element was heated with zinc oxide and iron oxide, and the observations are shown. Right, so we see rhenium oxide, rhenium plus zinc oxide, no change. What does it mean? What does this tell you? Guys, we have been doing this for 2 weeks. You should know by now. Rhenium and zinc oxide, tiada tindak balas, nothing is happening. What does it tell you? Right? Rhenium is less good looking than zinc, isn't it? Zinc is more good looking, isn't it? That's why rhenium cannot take the wife away. Because if you're married to zinc, you will like your husband more than rhenium. Oh, sure. Wow, doctor's appointment at this time? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, Larissa. I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Right, so rhenium and iron oxide mixture glows. Campuran membara. What does it tell you? What does it tell? Yes, more reactive. Rhenium is more reactive than iron. Rhenium is more good looking, right? So compare the reactivity of zinc and iron. So zinc is more reactive than rhenium. Zinc lebih reactive daripada rhenium, but rhenium is more reactive than iron. I mean, don't write like this in an exam lah. I'm just lazy. Right. So next, explain your answer in A1 based on the observation. How do you know? How do you know zinc is better looking than R? How do you know? How do you know? Because rhenium cannot rampas the oxygen away from zinc, isn't it? There's no change, isn't it? Rhenium cannot rampas oxygen away from zinc. Rampas wife we call? Yes, reduction, very good. Because zinc cannot, sorry, not zinc, rhenium. Rhenium cannot reduce zinc oxide. Rhenium tidak dapat menurunkan. Tidak dapat menurunkan zinc oxide. What about this? Can rhenium reduce iron oxide? Can rhenium reduce iron oxide? Yes, rhenium can reduce iron oxide. Rhenium boleh menurunkan besi oksida. Turun already, got reaction. So in this case, you will get rhenium oxide. Okay, rhenium oxide. Right, so B, scientists also found the rhenium is usually found, what is this sentence? Right, rhenium is usually found in the form of rhenium oxide in the Earth's crust. That means rhenium, you cannot get pure, they are oxide already. Based on your answer in A, suggest how rhenium can be extracted from this oxide. Explain your answer and write the equation. Okay, so how can we extract rhenium? Use carbon. Good. Why? Because you see, mesti ada, Zaka, fantastic. So your C is here. You see, rhenium is lower than zinc, but it's higher than Fe. So your rhenium is here. Your rhenium is here. Is rhenium lower than carbon? Is rhenium lower than carbon? Yes. So can carbon take rhenium's wife away? Yes, they can. Right? So we can just use carbon. Right? We can do reduction with carbon. Penurunan menggunakan carbon. Okay, we can do reduction with carbon. So why can we do this? Why can we do reduction? Because rhenium is less reactive. Very good. Rhenium is less reactive than carbon. Rhenium kurang reaktif daripada carbon, less reactive. Okay, so explain your answer and write an equation. So let's write the equation. How is it like? So we have rhenium oxide plus carbon. What's going to happen? Rhenium oxide plus carbon. What do you get? You will get rhenium and because carbon rampas the wife already one. So you get, yes, CO2. Okay, so this is how we extract rhenium. I mean, this thing doesn't exist. Again, guys, please don't ask me, sir, what is rhenium? This is just a fictional element. Okay, it's like something, this is a K-bar question, guys. This is a very good K-bar question. You can call it whatever name you want lah. Okay, let's say your name is Sophia, okay? You can call it Sophiaum. Sophium. I know you can't write CO2, you must write carbon dioxide, right? Can PM you? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Sure, come and PM me. I'm more than happy to answer. You have my phone number? My phone number? You can come and WhatsApp me anything you want. Right, guys. Do you have any question? Guys, we wrap this chapter up. Our chapter 4 is officially done. Our chapter 4 is officially done. Chapter 5 will be very easy. Chapter 6, we will go into electricity again. What's the first question's answer again? First question, which one? Which one? This one? This one? Okay, yes, we'll be having electricity again. Oh, guys, the electricity will be very interesting. This year, electricity, I'll be teaching you how to calculate your electricity bill. See whether DNB got cheat your money or not. You know, lately, it's been really hot, isn't it? Right? And I'm sure you switch on your aircon all the time. I'm sure your electricity bill will be very high. I will teach you how to calculate. See whether TNB got cheat your money. We Asians, especially us Chinese, like to calculate money one ma, right? Cause we Chinese very tamak one, right? Our outer electricity box that one is curi lah. That one is curi electric, isn't it? You don't kena tangkap, I tell you. Serious you don't kena tangkap because my friend kena, you know. He curi electricity, right? Then he kena tangkap. The fine, the denda was around, I think, 10 to 20,000. Oh, I tell you, you kena once, you mampus, I tell you. Serious because you're stealing police kata jangan, okay? So ya lah, okay? You see your luck lah, tengok rezeki lah, okay? If your rezeki say you kena tangkap, then you kena tangkap lah. So just be careful lah. Right, guys, we wrap this chapter up. Next Sunday will be our seminar. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday, as in 11th of June, will be our seminar. I'll remind you next week again. Okay, so remember to come. It's a revision class. Right, guys, do you have any question? If there's no question, I think I'll end my class here. Right, if you have any question, feel free to come and WhatsApp me lah. Okay, so have a good Thursday, everyone. Have a good holiday. Your holiday is ending soon, by the way. I will see you next week. All right, so see you guys. Take care. Have a good one. See you. Bye-bye.